Hello, I'm Kevin Berger, author of Atheism Untenable. I'm explicitly irreligious and agnostic. I don't need apologetics because there's no need to defend an argument that I don't make, and I can't logically shift the burden of proof for a claim I don't make. If you imply otherwise, you'll remove all doubt that you're intellectually dishonest and have no credibility. This is Justified Nonetheless. Please like, subscribe, share, and ring that notifications bell. You'll notice I start off with addressing what I call the evergreen straw man, which is this idea, oh, you think you know in my mind better than I know. And it's like, no, what I'm saying is because belief can be held without conscious awareness, you may not know your mind as well as you think that you know it. And so we go on, and I'm asking them how you would go about knowing that a belief is absent, even if that is in fact the case, because it can be held subconsciously. And how could you go about falsifying a belief claim because it's not testable? You can't test what is going on in someone else's brain. And so I get all of these people pushing back, trying to change the subject. I have one person asking me whether or not I believe that there is a God or not, and I'm saying I'm not convinced one way or the other either, but I do find it more likely than not. And they're wanting to conflate belief with certainty or with making a claim, and it's not about the claim. Yes, it is possible for someone to believe something to be true, yet not claim it as being knowledge. So when you say, oh, well, just because I don't believe X doesn't mean that I am claiming not X, I agree with that. That's not the point. The point is whether or not you believe not X, and you're not addressing that. And so then I shift the conversation to the idea of the null hypothesis, because here's the thing. If you can't falsify a belief claim, if there isn't any way that you can look at the claim about the person's belief and falsify that claim, then it can't be the null hypothesis. It's disqualified. And so, knowing this, no one wants to address that issue. No one wants to answer that question because they know where that path goes. And so when I ask the question, no one answers it. So I ask the question again, and then you'll see here in just a moment that I am cut off. I am muted. I am put on timeout, however you want to look at it. But the thing is, at no point am I being rude. At no point am I debating anybody into anything. At no point am I using any foul language or name calling or anything. I'm not in any way violating the community guidelines. And they do exactly what I say they will do. They do not want to have that discussion with me because they don't have an answer. What they want to do is talk about whether or not a deity exists. I don't care. I do not care. Because in any context, this same problem will persist. If we have somebody who says, I don't believe that the earth is flat, how can you test that and say, oh, no, you do in fact believe that the earth is flat. You're just not being honest about it. That is the issue that I'm trying to address. And no one wants to have that conversation. They want to talk about whether or not a deity exists. They want to talk about making claims about the proposition. They want to talk about certainty. They want to talk about what they want to believe. They want to talk about whether or not it's rational or logical, or whether there's evidence for anything else in the world except the presence of belief. And that's the key thing here is we know that it's possible to believe something and not know it's true. We know that it's possible to believe something and not be certain of it. We know that it's possible to believe something and not claim it as knowledge. We know that it's possible to believe something and be completely unjustified. So all these things that everybody wants to bring up aren't relevant to the issue at hand. They're all bogus red herrings. And like I said, the reason why I will not do one of those call-in shows is because they do exactly what I said they were going to do.